My name is Rebecca, but everyone in Beverly Hills just calls me Becca. At 38, I'm the kind of woman who turns heads on Rodeo Drive. Emerald green eyes that sparkle like the Pacific under sunset. Full lips that curve into a smile worth $1 million. And long raven black hair, cascading past my waist like a waterfall of midnight silk. My figure. Let's just say the curves God gave me could melt steel. Men stare, women envy, and I've learned to wield it like a weapon in a world that forgot I exist. 3 years ago, my husband, tech mogul Richard, died in a private jet crash, leaving me a 42-year-old widow drowning in a 20,000 square foot mansion in the Hollywood Hills. No kids, no warmth, just board meetings, charity galas, and an endless echo of loneliness. Richard was always building the future, which meant I was yesterday's news. Our staff handled everything: chefs, maids, drivers. I threw lavish pool parties to fill the void, dancing till dawn while the ocean crashed below. But mornings brought hangovers and hollow eyes in the mirror to keep from going stir-crazy. We'd recently hired old Mr. Harlan as a replacement gardener. When our regular guy took emergency leave, Harlan was pushing 72, a weathered ex-con from a dusty Arizona trailer park, with sun-leathered skin, silver-streaked hair tied in a ponytail, and arms like twisted oak from decades hauling prison yard weights. His son, our usual handyman, vouched for him. Dad's out on parole, needs work. He'll keep the grounds pristine and stay out of your hair, ma'am. Harlan showed up in faded flannel, quiet as a shadow, trimming hedges, polishing the infinity pool, fixing sprinklers without a word. I barely noticed him at first. One brutal July afternoon, after a gala that left me nursing a migraine in my blacked-out master suite till 2 p.m., I groaned and called out for coffee. The curtains were drawn. I couldn't tell if the sun was rising or setting. Harlan shuffled in with a silver tray, steam curling from the mug. He stood there, those piercing grey eyes, sharp as a hawk's, locked on me. I was sprawled in silk sheets, hair tousled, barely covered. First time seeing a real woman up close, Harlan? I teased inwardly, letting him look. What harm in a stare? He lingered. I sipped, then snapped. Problem? No, ma'am, he muttered, voice gravelly from years of chain smoking. Then scram. I'll buzz if I need you. He vanished, but guilt gnawed at me. Richard's ghost made me cruel to anyone who got too close. Later, flipping channels in bed, replaying the party's empty thrills. The door creaked. Harlan again, retrieving the tray. Our eyes met. His held something feral, hungry. I shifted deliberately, letting the sheet ride up my thigh. Months without touch had me starving. Why not toy with the help? It'd stay buried in these walls. From then on, I orchestrated proximity. Harlan, dust the library shelves. Right here while I read. Fix that loose tile in my bathroom. Now. He obeyed, silent, but his gaze burned hotter each time. One sweltering evening, my back screamed from yoga. Harlan, you wrestle bulls or something in prison. Know how to ease knots. He chuckled, low and rusty. Trained inmates in the yard, ma'am. Strong hands. Good. Olive oil from the kitchen. Massage me. Now. He returned with the bottle, eyes widening as I lay prone on the chaise, in a thin robe. Starting at my calves, his calloused fingers dug in. Firm, expert, sending jolts up my spine. Electricity crackled. My breath hitched. Just knees forever, I murmured, voice husky. He hesitated, then slid higher, thighs trembling under his grip. His hands grazed forbidden edges, shaking like a man on a ledge. An hour blurred, sweat beaded, pulses raced. I arched, whispering, "Don't hold back." But then he stopped. "You're stunning, Becca. Kind too." beneath the ice, but broken. Your husband's shadow chokes you. Tomorrow my son's back. I'm gone to Arizona. Fix what's eating you before someone worse exploits it. I respect women. Always will. He left, door clicking like a gunshot. Devastation hit like a tidal wave. That night, insomnia clawed. Who was he to judge? Pity me? Rage boiled. How dare this convict play saint after igniting me? Digging through old star files. Richard's paranoia left everything documented. I uncovered Harlan's secret. Decades ago, as a young hothead, he'd torched a rival's warehouse in a botched revenge plot over a stolen girlfriend. Prison hardened him, but parole notes hinted at unfinished scores. Suspicion festered. Why tempt then vanish? Psychological torment. The next day, his son resumed duties, but Harlan lingered in my mind like smoke. I confronted him at dusk by the rose garden. Ocean wind whipping. You lit a fire and walked away. Cruel game. His eyes darkened. Wasn't a game. You needed waking, not breaking. Liar. But as thunder rumbled, he pulled me into the tool shed. Rain pounding tin. His confession spilled. Richard's company had crushed his family's small farm in a shady land deal years back, driving his wife to suicide. Parole brought him here for reconnaissance, seduce intel on vulnerabilities, then sabotage the empire from within. But my vulnerability cracked his plan. Genuine care derailed the revenge. Horror twisted to fury. He'd targeted me as collateral. Yet his touch felt real, protective. You used me, I hissed. Tried. Failed. You're not collateral. You're everything. Lightning flashed. We collided in a storm of conflicting emotions. His regret, my betrayal-fueled desire for control. The affair exploded. Stolen nights in the guest house. His seasoned strength unraveling my defenses, whispering prison survival tales that mirrored my gilded cage. But revenge simmered. I fed him fake boardroom secrets, luring him deeper while plotting exposure. He sensed the shift, paranoia mirroring mine, midnight arguments, jealous glares at party guests, psychological chess, where every caress hit a dagger. Suspense peaked when I discovered he'd planted listening devices in the mansion, gathering ammo for a corporate takedown. Heart-shattering. I confronted him during a blackout gala. End it, or I destroy you. His twist. The devices recorded my own confessions, loneliness, party excesses, even this affair, mutual blackmail. We're poisoned together, he growled. But I can't quit. I loved the monster who'd avenge his past on my husband's legacy. Revenge flipped. I anonymously tipped his parole officer about suspicious activity, forcing him underground. But in a final rain-soaked meet at the cliffside overlook, he revealed one more layer. His son wasn't blood, a former cellmate's boy he'd raised, part of the long con to infiltrate. Betrayal complete, I pushed him away, but the psychological bond lingered like a scar. I rebuilt with Richard's empire stronger, therapy mending the voids. Yet some nights, thunder reminds me of that shed. His hands. The revenge that bound us eternally. Harlan vanished into Arizona's deserts, but his ghost massages my soul. Proof that forbidden fires forge unbreakable chains.